Support Black trans women. We're your daughters. We're your sisters. I know there's a lot of controversy and misunderstanding. I say be patient, listen, learn, and love people.
Hi, everybody. It is Princess Ariel, and thank you guys for, um, tuning in. For those of you who want to hear the message, I just think at this point, colorism is alive and well at this point. And why do we keep following in behind people who do not have our best interests? The time to speak up for trans rights as queer and dark skinned and brown skinned people was at that voting booth when these same girls from Post, Angelica Ross, and India Moore was advocating for Jill Stein and telling people to free Palestine. You did not ever, not one time, hear them advocating for, you know, uh, the freedom of the Black American people who are still very much under a horrible regime. And look who's in control now. You can't make this stuff up. As people were getting mad at Laverne Cox for dating a white mega police officer, these girls literally grifted their way through the election for Kamala Harris and cost her the election. And India, to me, I don't know exactly what she's crying and having little meltdowns for now and telling people to do all these things when she was out there advocating for Jill Stein. Where's Jill? Can somebody tell me where Jill is? Because she ain't nowhere to be seen. And Palestine definitely ain't free. She wasn't talking about them African kids over there in the Congo. She definitely wasn't talking about those ones in West Africa and them cobalt mines being starved out. She wasn't talking about South Sudan and all the shit that's going on over there and parts of Uganda and all over the damn place in Africa where kids are in just as much, if not worse, situations. But she wasn't listening to NPR, radio, tuning in to world events. They just grifting. And at this point, you're just collecting a check, and being a pretty face because you're light skinned, you calling yourself indigenous, and, you're Dominican or Puerto Rican one day. I don't know. Who knows what the hell you are? Angelica, the same situation. She may not identify as a Black American. I don't know what the hell she identified was. She smoke a little blunt one day and get on behind her little podcast and start saying all kinds of crazy shit. But none of it makes any sense, and it definitely ain't liberating and freeing Black people. And look how quickly Texas has passed all these laws that will further criminalize trans rights and LGBTQ rights. I mean, it's just, it ain't even been 11 months. We're 10 months in, and they have eroded the Department of Education. We're having no SNAP benefits in November. The list of crazy goes on and on by this administration, and all of that could have been avoided if you would have just follow the course of what Black people were telling y'all. But y'all thought, oh, we're the new generation. We're going to make things better. We're going to follow in behind Jill Stein. How did that work out for y'all? Your new generation. You new foundational Blacks. Girl, please. So, as you're seeing your relatives' lives get, eroded, I don't know what's going on in Dominican Republic, but that ain't part of our country anyway, or what's going on in Puerto Rico, but he keeps saying that there's a president of Puerto Rico. I mean, y'all put this man back in office, and the sooner y'all realize the mistake that you made by saying Democrat and Republicans were the same when y'all knew that they weren't. You knew they weren't the same, but that was the grift, and that was to keep your face in front of a camera and collecting a coin from whoever would sponsor you to get in front of a camera and grift for something that you knew that was never going to happen. Because that third party thing was not going to ever be a thing, and it was not going to stop anything going on in Palestine or in Israel. It really wasn't. So here we are, still here with her with the same message. Same little fake meltdown, same little, prissy cutesy little thing. And people see right through that girl now. People are waking up to seeing that these girls are just in front of the camera, collecting a check and saying what they think people want to hear. They're not really concerned about the liberation of African American people, and they really ain't concerned about the liberation of the people over there in Palestine. It's all about a grift and collecting a check and being in Hollywood and being cute and being passable and who's not passable and all of this kind of shit, which is not going to get you anywhere at this point because how quickly everybody's lives are getting destroyed. And the trans girls faster than anybody else. We're at the front of the damn line, in front of the damn gun, getting fired down with the laws, state by state by state. The further south you go, the crazier the laws get. It's almost like we're not even human beings anymore. We're just these made up things that they say on TV. They've never seen a trans person before, but here they are with all of this just unbelievable crazy stuff that I've never even heard of. Just made up stuff that don't even matter about anything, and then they passing laws quickly to dismantle based on their white Christian beliefs. But screw everybody else's nationality and creed and racial identity and religious beliefs. All that's out the door. But y'all was sitting y'all ass over here, free Palestine. Laverne's over there having meltdowns because she knew she was in love with that mega Republican, and he was knocking them boots down, and all the girls were jealous of her because she had a hot cop and they didn't have a hot cop, and they wanted to know what it felt like to be with a white man that can make you just smitten, make you float through the damn air. Like, oh my God, that was the best sex I ever had in my life. Oh my God. I forgot all about politics. He just knocked my socks off, you guys. Please forgive me. Like, it's all a fucking grift. If I've ever seen a grift before in my life, I don't know what a grift is, but this is where we are. And I just keep playing the tapes back to back. I just keep running them same tapes over and over because the message is the same. It's not about the messenger who looks like this. It's the message. But somehow y'all got it backwards. Y'all look at a dark-skinned person who's not fitting that Hollywood image with a thin body and tight little frail, like their bodies, you can see the little bone structure. They like they're frail. They can barely fit into a size 1 irregular. And y'all just love that. They can look like a goddamn alien from outer space at this point. But when you see a thick, older black person, y'all go right to the jugular. Insults and more insults. You don't want to hear the message, and that's how come everything is falling apart for all of you. Because when you dig a hole, and that's to India Moore, Laverne Cox, that girl from Pose, Angelica Ross, when you dig a hole for the black Americans, dig a hole for your motherfucking self, bitch. That's all I got to say. When you dug a hole for us and threw us under the bus, talking about Free Palestine and Jill Stein, you dug a hole for all of y'all black ass. It's going to be falling right in with right along with the rest of this black American people that y'all can't stand the sight of. So keep sitting your ass over there collecting a check, because it won't be long now before your asses are laying in the goddamn hole, right along with the rest of us. Enjoy. You made that choice. Now you got to live with it. Now keep playing them damn games, honey, because the laws are changing now. Good luck.